Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to go over cryptocurrency, controversial cryptocurrency called Hex. Everybody's saying it's going to go to zero. It has a long ways to go before it gets to zero, guys. This is not the whole chart. That's not the whole chart. This is just the Hex is over here. Just to let you guys know. So I'm just going to do the analysis on Hex and let you know what possibly is going to be going on. Now, here's Hex, pretty much doing the same thing, kind of like the same thing as Bitcoin. So pretty much now at this point, Bitcoin goes up, Hex will probably go up. So last time, Hex over here was able to go up when Bitcoin was going down because that's a FOMO fifth wave. FOMO fifth wave over here. That's what that is. That big, last, gigantic wave. FOMO fifth wave. Everybody didn't want to, were afraid to miss out on the Hex run. So that's what created that. And they rhyme too, if you think about that. FOMO fifth. All right, so here's what I'm looking at with Hex, okay? Here it is on the weekly chart. I got the trend. I went all the way out to the farthest trend of its deal right there. And you can see on this weekly chart, okay, it's down and it's over that. It'll probably come back down and test that. So you have a good shot that Hex is either found a bottom or it's definitely somewhere near a bottom. Now, whether it's going to go into a bullish sequence and start ripping out of there into 2023 remains to be seen, or if it's going to be a bounce. Don't know. Nobody can answer that. However, somewhere over here in this area, once it gets done, it could take 30 days, 60 days, or maybe even 90 days. I don't know. In this area, there will be some type of run, okay? So let's put on a bear hat and see what it could do. I would assume if it's going to do a bounce in this area, you'd be looking at over the course of probably maybe 2023 is probably 50%. Let's say it gets to there, 50%. So 9-10 cents at a, in that area, guys. So I'd be thinking, so pretty decent gains, at 2 cents to 9 to say 10 cents, 4x, 5x, not too bad. Now that's bearish. If it's bullish, then, of course, we know the numbers can be even a lot higher than that. Go to a 2-week chart. Just looking at some data with it, okay? I'm going to go with a 2-week chart on the MACD for Hex and take a look at that. Let's see what the data is telling us. The 2-week MACD on Hex. Well, there you go. You have this in histogram. Bullish divergence. Just right there, okay? You also have this. And you have that. And then the trend down there too in the RSI. So it's pointing towards a bounce coming up for Hex, guys, at a minimum, in my opinion. Sometime here in the near future, okay? So probably not a bad time to start scoping out Hex, in my opinion. Now, this is all going to depend on Bitcoin, okay? So we got Bitcoin. It's already done a massive run up. And according to my data, okay, the best case scenario, now just be aware that this can turn sour quick, okay? Realize that. I'm still thinking that Bitcoin is going to do a push somewhere near 22K, break those highs. It's going to come down, do a correction, come all the way down to maybe 18, 19,000 or something like that. And if this is a wave one, then Bitcoin can come up and do a fifth wave thrust, probably up to 23 plus, okay? And that's really, if it does do that, that's really going to create a lot of FOMO, guys, especially what will happen. Okay, this is the this will be the FOMO wave, in my opinion. Let me get my brush. Okay, so right here is the move. Okay, third, fourth, up for the fifth. It'll come back down, get everybody bearish again. And if it does do that thrust beyond 23K, this is going to be a FOMO wave because it's going to go above. It could go above this area and this area. Okay, that's the potential. Like I said, it could go sour. I'm going to relate this to Hex, but on this move right here, boom. Come back down and back into those levels, and this will be could be a pretty massive FOMO wave, in my opinion, okay? The other thing is, too, I do have an issue. I said this a couple of times with the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ could it do a massive dump? I don't think the NASDAQ is going to do too much of a massive dump because if you look at the Amazon, the big players, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Google, they've all done pretty massive dumps. I mean, Apple maybe is maybe it's the last holdout and it can drive it down a little bit more. So there's still some things that are kind of like, I'm kind of going, what's going on with the NASDAQ? You can look at the asset NASDAQ, the index itself, but to get a better, clearer picture of the NASDAQ, go to those top players and look at them. Go look at their weekly RSI, look at their 2-week RSI, look at their monthly RSI, kind of like Facebook as an example, okay? So I relate this to Hex, that does play out. So we have Hex here. Let's go back into a daily chart on Hex. And I'll just show you some information, just to give you guys an idea. It's very similar to Bitcoin on that correction. You take a look at it off of log, very similar to Bitcoin. Okay. Made most of its correction here, 3-wave swing, and it's finishing off into an ending diagonal. And it is an ending diagonal. Okay. It's made 3-wave swings rather than impulse moves. So here's the thing with Hex. Let me put this area. These ending diagonals, you got to check them on log and off logarithmic. Okay. So here with Hex is that you have a good shot. I had it previously. I was kind of waiting for it to do another swing. That could have been the end of it for Hex, or it has one more to go back down to 0.013 or this area right here. Okay. I'll present the bullish case and also the bearish where it comes down. But either way, guys, this is more than likely, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with it in that area. Okay. It's kind of like what I said about Cardano when it was down there 24, 25 cents. I said, guys, that's probably the area. The 50% bounced right off of it. I think now it's at 33, 34 cent. You haven't missed out on Cardano yet. All you have to do with Cardano, it might shoot back up a little bit higher, and then you could pick it up on a correction. Okay, with Cardano. So here's the thing with Hex, is that more than likely this was the swing. Your 3-wave 1, your 3-wave 2, your 3-wave 3, your 3-wave 4, and then back down for a 5, like this, guys. Okay, let me change that for you. Put that on micro so you can see the counts better. That's what it potentially could be due, you know. This can be a 3-wave swing. This is definitely a 3-wave swing up, and that's a 5-wave swing down. You take a look at that 4th wave. It follows it pretty nice right there. So the 4th wave came into the price territory of wave 1, making a nice diagonal. It could have ended right there. If it's not done right there, then it has one more to go right over here, guys. Okay, that's the issue you want to pay attention to. So now I'm going to be looking at Hex on a 4-hour chart, looking at this wave sequence that it did. And it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. Yeah, so you see Bitcoin, it whizzed down here, probably into a 3rd wave swing, and then up. So more than likely, did Hex do a flat 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? It could have, guys. You gotta always look for these flats, man. The flats just pop up anywhere. So there you go. There you go. It might wander its way back down here, possibly, guys, in this area. If that's a flat area for Hex. It might not make it that far either, guys. So never know. That was a dump. Probably somebody sold their Hex, more than likely, in that area. You can see selling, selling, massive selling. You know, people just got out of Hex. That's what that is right here, selling. Particularly with Hex, you know, it's not traded on futures account or anything. So here's the thing with this over here too, is it could be a diagonal. That could have been the start of it right there, guys. You can't rule this one out. 1, 2, here's your 3, here's your 4, and here's your 5. And it came back down, or maybe that's a 5, or maybe this is the flat. You have to just wait and see where this is going to correct to, guys. You do have a good shot that could have been it. That looks pretty impulsive to me. The only issue that I do have with it is that this is a flat move. I want to take that back. That can be a 3-wave swing, can it? You see, that can be a 3-wave swing right there. Look in the RSI right down here. 3-wave swing. So that 3 could have been there, and that could have been the 5, 3, 3, and then swinging back down here. So yeah, it's good for a diagonal now, because it needs to be a 3-wave swing. You don't. Here's the thing I was showing you guys. You don't want to see these moves in diagonals. They usually end up not being a flat move right in the middle of it. Okay. You don't want to see the flat. You want to see this. And it does have that right here. Boom. Has that 3-wave swing, up in one, 3-wave swing right there. And then this area for the 3, back down for a 3, up for a 5. And potentially in this area is the flat for Hex. So pretty easy with Hex. Okay. This is what you play it off of right there. 0.017. If it comes down and breaks that, you have the answer that this whole sequence wasn't done. But I'll be straight with you. That wave sequence, now that I'm looking at it for Hex, the lowest it went in the RSI ever in the daily, it looks like, yeah, that's the lowest it ever went. You do have a good shot that could have been it, guys. You do have a good shot. So with Bitcoin, back down, up a little bit, make a massive correction up, go over to Hex. It's in its correction. It might swing back up. It might be doing a 3-way swing back up and then come back down even farther in this area. And then Hex can get over there, guys. So like I said, more than likely, this is your area right here for Hex. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.